The crypto market just nuked completely, and now we are starting to hear the talks and the chatter over on X saying that the bull run is canceled and that alt season is not going to happen. And I'm sure that there's probably going to be a lot of those, comments on this video as well. But we have a lot to talk about. So welcome to the channel, everyone. My name is Nick. For those that are new to the channel, hopefully by the end of this video, you do become a subscriber. So is the bull run canceled and is alt season completely finished? We're never going to experience another one. Is this cycle completely different as well? All of those questions will be answered. Number one, yes, the market just nuked completely. There's no sugarcoating this. Altcoins are getting slaughtered. I haven't even looked at my portfolio because I know that I'm broke. Listen, I'm poor in that portfolio. I'm sure that it's down, 30, 40, 50%. Who knows, right? But as we really look at this space, am I really down that much? No, because listen, I bought a lot of my crypto during the bear market lows. And I know that not everyone had that opportunity, but as we look at XRP today, it's sitting at about $2.13. I would rather take XRP at $2.13 than 30 cents or 40 cents, or even if we go all the way back to like 2021, when it was down to 17 cents during the SEC lawsuit announcement, I would much rather a $2.13 XRP. But it's not just XRP, right? We did hit the lows at around roughly $1.94, $1.95. XLM dropped below 30 cents for the first time in a very long time. If we actually look at this chart, the last time that it was trading around that was back in like the end of November. HBAR also under 20 cents. First time since going all the way back to like around the end of November. And then also ADA dropping all the way down sub 60 cents. I mean, this is very significant price action. All right. We're seeing a big nuke of the market. Even Bitcoin dropping down to about 92.5K. Is this the bottom? That's what everyone wants to know. Okay. And nobody's going to be able to call this perfectly, but I will say this. We want to maintain these lows. We do not want to lose the lows going back here to like the middle of January, sitting around like 89.4K roughly. We do not want to lose that. We want to maintain those lows. If we do lose that, then we are most likely going to go to the mid to low 80K range. Now, at the same exact time that we are looking at that, Bitcoin dominance has been surging up over, 60%. Fear and greed sitting at 39 in fearful levels for the first time since going all the way back here to October. So is this one big sell-off, or is this something much bigger to be concerned about? Well, a lot of what we are seeing right now is a mixture of internal and external factors. And what do I mean by that? Well, number one, we saw the tariff announcements. We've been hearing a lot of talks about tariffs on the, BRICS nations, but then the big one recently was Canada. So we announced a 25% tariff on Canadian goods, and this initiated, Canada also, hitting us back. I mean, when we really think about what's going on here, we're starting to see a trade war breaking out. It's a trade war, and these tariffs are going to cause a lot more panic probably in the markets. We might have a little bit more of a sell-off. We might chop a bit. But is this the end of the bull run? Is the bull run canceled? Is alt season canceled? Well, if you believe that, then you believe that this cycle is completely different. And I've been seeing a lot of people saying the same exact thing, but guess what we heard back in 2020 to 2021 as well? We heard that this cycle is different. And at that time, it was a very bullish different. It was the fact that we were going into a super cycle. I don't believe that this cycle is different for many reasons. And I will share with you guys in this video why I don't believe that this cycle is different. Now, over here, we also have 1 billion in crypto liquidations as Bitcoin falls below 96K. We did see a lot more liquidations. I think it was actually well over, like $1 billion or so. There was over $188 billion wiped out of the market in the past 24 hours. I think that this is actually more because I think it was like over 300 billion or something like that, because we're down to $3 trillion exact in market cap. The market cap is down about 12.12%. And we are seeing like 20% drawdowns across the board. Even some altcoins down about 30+%, which is it's very significant. Listen, this is a very significant crash. It's nothing to, just say, oh yeah, this is just nothing. No, this is actually very significant. And it really did start over the last like 48 hours. But what are my thoughts on this? Well, this is what I put out over on X, and it was pertaining to 3 charts. But we have a quote here: "The crypto bull run is over. The entire market just nuked as Bitcoin dominance surged and altcoins got completely slaughtered. The real question we should be asking is if this cycle is different from the previous ones." Below, I have 3 charts on the 12-month time frame: Bitcoin dominance, total, and total 3. If we look at these charts and look at the previous cycles, we can see that this is the year the market should experience alt season and top out completely. If we are still following the 4-year cycle, we should have absolutely nothing to worry about. However, is this cycle different? In my opinion, we are experiencing a significant sell-off combined with external factors like the trade war ignited by the Trump admin. We're watching the market react in a very impulsive way during the weekend, which I want to make sure that you guys understand that this is weekend price action. To the announcement of tariffs, I personally believe this market full sends much higher this year, and altcoins will experience alt season. Not every altcoin, of course, but most of the altcoin market should. I want you all to understand that we will continue to have significant sell-offs even in the middle of a bull run. We watched as the market had multiple 30+% shakeouts even back in 2020, 2021, 2017, and even 2018, and previous cycles as well, but these were like the 2 main ones. Never trust weekend price action. I will say stocks will most likely plummet upon open tomorrow, dragging crypto down with it. This will be an opportunity in disguise, as it is even now. In a few weeks, none of this price action will matter, similar to how the 2020 COVID crash doesn't matter and how the Luna and FTX crash doesn't matter as well. Don't lose focus on the target. This cycle is not different than any of the previous ones, in my opinion, and I see this market hitting $7 to $10 trillion in market cap before we top. Enjoy the show. I know I will. Now, here we have those 3 charts. This is the Bitcoin dominance chart. This is the total, and this is also the total 3. Now, if we look at all 3 of these, just like I did say in yesterday's video, yeah, we have 3 bullish candles in a row, followed by the 4th one being very bearish. We are seeing that last major push upward on Bitcoin dominance, in my opinion, before we have that big sell-off. This 4th candle that we're currently trading in for the year of 2025 should be that bearish candle to the bottom. In terms of the total, yes, we are on the 3rd bullish candle, just like back in 2017, 2018, and 2020 into 2021, where this candle that we're trading on, which is the year of 2025, should be very bullish. And the same goes for the total 3, if we are following the 4-year cycle. Now, on top of this 4-year cycle, we could also mix in Bitcoin to that, because Bitcoin's 3rd 12-month candle here that we are currently trading in should also be very, very bullish. Now, diminished returns is definitely a big thing, and it is definitely a thing that everyone should be focused on. We did have a 144% move to the upside on that 3rd bullish candle for Bitcoin. And if we're thinking about that, even if we did have a nice 70% candle to have that in half, we should hit about $154,000 on Bitcoin this cycle. So again, I still believe that we are going to have a very significant, push to the upside, and we shouldn't go much lower than we are at right now on Bitcoin. But we definitely have to watch closely because anything is possible, but I'm still expecting a much larger move to the upside on Bitcoin. And in terms of Bitcoin dominance, yes, I do think that, if we really look at this thing on the daily, this should be our last major push to the upside on Bitcoin dominance right before the big fireworks. And I want to share with you guys that because let's go all the way here to 2020 into 2021. We also saw something very similar on Bitcoin dominance back in 2020, right before the big fireworks happened. This is exactly what I'm expecting to happen over here as well. We just saw that big surge to 64%, the highest level that Bitcoin has hit in terms of Bitcoin dominance since going all the way back here to March of 2021. This should be our last move on Bitcoin dominance before this thing starts to sell off in a big way. And we finally get what we have been waiting for, which is alt season. Now, just as I've outlined on those charts, yes, the total looks very bullish. Diminished returns, of course, yes, is a possibility. It's, well, I shouldn't say it's a possibility, but it's, 100% facts that we have been, seeing diminished returns across every single asset class once it does start to get to significant heights. But I'm still expecting about like $7 trillion for the total. And we should probably hit about half that when it comes to the total 3. So anywhere between like $2.5 to like $3 trillion for the altcoin market is something that I've been watching. Now, a lot of people have been asking me, where's this money going to come from? Like, how could we have alt season if everyone's broke? If we're starting to see this, geopolitical tension happening, and we're starting to see this trade war happening, and, stocks are selling off, like, where's all this money going to come from to pump these bags higher? Well, first off, liquidity cycle, focus on the liquidity cycle. Why is 2025 the topping year? Because again, we don't have liquidity topping until 2026, just like back here into 2020 to 2022. 2021 was the mid section here. The midsection over here is 2025, which is why I do believe that we top in 2025. Also, if we think about a 2026 top, then it's changing the overall 4-year cycle. We should be following that 4-year cycle perfectly. It aligns perfectly with the global liquidity cycle as well. So I'm still focused heavily on 2025 this year being the top for the market, with a significant push to the upside. But where's all this money going to come from? And the simple, answer to that question is money market funds. Guys, I've been focused on money market funds since going all the way back to 2022. Retail has about almost $3 trillion in money market funds right now. Institutional investors have about $4.1 trillion in money market funds right now. There's a total of 6.8, almost $6.9 trillion parked away in money market funds. I don't think that we need to be concerned about where is the money going to come from. We saw Nvidia go insane, and that was pumped by just retail money, institutional money. Money market funds is the key thing to focus on when it comes to liquidity. And I do believe that we're going to see, a significant drop across the board when it comes to money market funds, because I do think that that money is going to flow into stocks, crypto, because this is the perfect year for opportunities to make a ton of money off of these markets. So to summarize, I don't believe that we are in a bear market. I believe that we are in a bull market. I believe that this year is going to be the year that we top and we finally have alt season. I don't think that this is anything to be concerned with at all in terms of this recent price action. I will be concerned as we do inch closer to the end of this year, though. And I just want you guys to be aware of that. So with that being said, I hope that you guys enjoyed this video. If you guys do, definitely leave a like, subscribe, turn notifications on because more free content. You guys are more than welcome to follow me on Twitter and join the free Discord down in the description below. And with that being said, guys, it's been Nick. Thanks for watching. Peace out.